Hey everyone, Laura Lynn from the Mama Pop Quilt Shop here. Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. We're working on a memory quilt today. This is Uncle Alan's clothes and we're stitching it up for Cousin Chantele. So I am just going to hit the quilt button here. And it is doing a... Oops. Okay. I was doing a pattern before that was starting in the center, so it threw me off there for a second. I was like, wait a second, it should be right in the middle. So a couple of single stitches and then okay. So I've made one blanket, this one right here. I've used all of their clothes, or not all of the pieces of his clothing, as well as one of the main blankets that came from his stuff, which is the back forward for this one here. I did put the batting in between though, just to give it the loftiness. You can tell it is very lofty. I used a mixture of fabrics. You're going to have to try and ease some of it because some of it's a little stretchy. But to me, they were important fabrics. You know, you can tell that they were pajamas or a top or something like that, right? So I've made this one blanket here and then 5 individual blocks like this to make pillows for the other brothers and his son. So, and I will put in memory of Uncle Alan. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, maybe we're actually out of bobbin. My bad for not checking beforehand. 1 second. Yep. There we go. Quick. No, I didn't think we were going to have any bobbin talk this week. There we go. Quick and easy. So like I said, it's very lofty with the batting and it's very, you know, plushy fabrics. Auto restart. I want to pick a new spot because it went past. I want to come down here. I want to make sure I'm stitching over part of what's already been stitched, just to make sure I'm locking those threads between the top and the bottom because I don't want these to come out at any point in time. Okay, perfect. Trim that back in. There we go. Back on close. Okay, so as I was saying, I made 5 blocks. They were 16-inch blocks for pillows, and this blanket as well. So it's one way to help use up their fabric. Especially if you want to keep it, you know. Why not? Right? This is a cuddle blanket. So this will take probably about 7 or 8 minutes to finish stitching up. I did a nice little overall. I didn't do it too dense because of I wanted to have a very lofty and cuddly feel. So it is FL198 New Vine. And of course, because of the stretchiness, it's a bit bigger on this corner than it is on this corner. So, and I tweaked the pattern. I pulled it down in the corner just a little bit to make sure it was going to come all the way this way. So, it's all good. I was going to try and get our weighted blanket project on, but this one was in the list and I need to get done. But weighted blanket, maybe for next week. Try and get it done and ready to go. The Happy Scrappy quilt turned out fantastic. Last week's project was amazing and really beautiful. Very happy the way it turned out. And to make sure this wasn't going to shift as much as you can tell, it has shifted just a little bit as it's been stitching along. I did stitches all the way along here. I'm not sure why it stopped there. Oh, because I had to tweak it. That's why. Right along this line here, this line here, this line here, and the edge pieces, just to kind of stabilize it. But I did straight stitches all the way down, just in the channel locks. I did base stitches across the side this way. And we'll take those out after it's finished stitching up. So it's on to the second block. Another 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to stitch that up. There's some fullness here. I'm going to try and make sure it gets worked in there, but not too, it gets puckered. It's a lot of stuff in between the needle and the base fabric. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free. Maybe there's a space right in there. Talk. Say hi. I got a big bag of scraps, so I'm gonna make a dog bed. My neighbor's getting a new puppy. I think next week or the week after, I'm not quite sure. So I thought I'd be a nice little neighbor and make her up a new little doggy bed. Welcome the new puppy to the hood. I have a mixture of pants, golf shirts, pajama bottoms, swim shorts. What else is there? Just a mix of more comfy clothes. It had a bit of stretch to it and a little bit of pull. It's almost done the second block, and we'll go on to the third. And then my idea was for the border, because I just stitched this right up into the center. It was about 43 inches by 43 inches. And my idea for the border was just to do some straight lines down, like we call it piano keys, I believe. So right from the border down, border down, border down, border down. So I thought that's probably would be the best idea. Do maybe 2 inches apart. Because the stitches actually get lost in the polar fleece. I mean, you can see the indentation, but you can't see the color. So it'll just be more of a visual thing, visual and see thing, but you can't see the color of the thread, right? And I chose purple, being this such a masculine colored quilt, that I want a little pop of color since it's our cousin Chantele. That we just a little girliness to it. So purple. Dark purple on top and light purple underneath. But as you can tell, you can't even see. You can just see the indents of the stitches because of the polar fleece fabric. And I didn't have to put batting in between. I could have just left it the polar fleece and then this. But I don't know. Like I said, I want the cold cuddle part. You know, I wanted to get comfort from it. Or maybe I'm just being silly. Don't forget to follow along with Weekend Project. We're going to have one of the quilts that I've been doing as a weekend project for on the long arm very shortly. It's going to have to be very, very shortly, actually, because of the timeline. But I'm very excited about this one too. It's the purples and black and white blocks that I've been working on. We just did block number 6. Block number 6. Pinwheel Plus, I believe it was. Almost done. And then I'll just start working my way from this corner down, do a few stitches, do a few lines, and then that'll be the Long Arm Wednesday show. And I appreciate you watching. And just, you can work on Any quilt. You can make quilts out of anything. I mean, they used to make them out of sacks that your vegetable used to come in and your grains used to come in. Alright, so I do have my channel locks on because it was, well, it was stitching. Okay, so I'm just going to get out of this screen here and go into regulated mode. And put my, for some reason my stitches per inch was down. Okay, so right at the corner where I'd already stitched down on this line here. Okay, so single stitch, bring my threads up from the bottom, single stitch, make sure I'm channel locking in the right direction of 90 degrees, and then starting, I'm just coming all the way down, and then all the way back up, and stopping, single stitch, those threads. You're going to get quite a little pile, so don't drop them on the floor. You're going to have your socks, the thread socks in no time. Alright, so shift this over. Another one. Channel lock it. Start. All down. All the way back up. Trying to have your stops and your starts in your border stitch line right there, because in that way they're not really visible, right? So, and I'm just going to plug away all the way around. First this side, and then the next. All right, so single stitch. Not sure why my dog is whining. She's being a bit of a whine-holio today. Hello, Miss Sophie. What's going on? And that's pretty much the show. So thank you very much for watching Long Arm Wednesday. And I appreciate you signing up and being a subscriber and looking forward to my shows, because I look forward to doing them, that's for sure. And like I said, I'm willing to take ideas. I mean, I've done scrappy quilts, donation quilts, and this quilt and that quilt. Give me an idea. Give me an idea. I don't have to, sorry. I should rephrase that. I would like to do a donation quilt or donation wall hanging for. We have a little group here, I think it's on the 13th of August for Hillsburg, Ontario, and it's like Get Hillsburg Growing. It's a little community thing. And we kind of shut down Main Street here and have like classic cars and fair stuff and so on and so forth. So unfortunately this year I'll be busy at a long arm retreat for my gammal. So I can't attend it, but I would like to do something for their silent auction for sure. So you have an idea? Put it in there. I've done lots of wall hangings. I thought about doing another wall hanging or making a set of placemats, like, or a table runner. You know, the ideas are endless, but I don't mind a little bit of feedback. All right, so we'll leave it there, and thanks again. So don't forget to like and subscribe and tell all your homies. So, and I'll see you next time on Long Arm Wednesday and Weekend Project. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.